someone's looking at measuring their SOC, what kinds of data should these folks be paying attention to? Where do they go to find this kind of data?
Let's see. So I guess my answer would vary a little bit depending on like where you are in the metrics journey. But I think measuring outcomes that you feel like are important and inform whether your team is being successful, efficient, producing high quality results is what should guide you. But recognizing that it's not always feasible to measure the things that you want to. You want to start with, these are the things I want to measure, but if they're not currently feasible, you want to start small and have those incremental wins. I think that momentum is important. Start with what you can, measure it, trend it over time, and there will be learnings from just that initial subset if you're limited in what you're able to capture and measure.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah, and I think, the industry standard things are mean time to detect, mean time to respond. We also track work time and, the time to decision, as well as time to triage. It's a bunch of jargon, which basically means how long does it take somebody to look at something? How long does it take somebody to make a call if it's bad or not? And then how long does it take for us to start actually taking action? And then we track work time so that we can calculate capacity. Because one of the core beliefs that we have is, this is a decision job. Every you're making thousands of decisions a day when you're in the SOC, and there's such a thing as decision fatigue. And you can't just ask the team to work harder. You have to actually be aware of how much work they're doing, and you can't overload them. Otherwise, their decision quality goes down precipitously. So we use something like, a rough way of thinking of this is there's something called the Butt curve or the Kingman equation, where past about 70% loading, the work time goes up, the quality of decision goes down. And so we also track capacity and how long people are actually working on things, so that we can also identify ways to improve through automation.
So what I'm hearing is there are a lot of metrics to consider when trying to analyze a SOC, but there shouldn't necessarily be analysis paralysis. It's sort of a crawl, walk, run situation. Measure what you can now, and
Correct.
then move towards what you aspire to measure in the future. Is that a fair analysis there?
To Ray's point, focus on the outcomes that you want to achieve. Also, the stuff that we just talked about are what we consider like the basics, the fundamentals, and really the industry standard. If you're building out a SOC metrics program, they're probably going to expect you to track these. But we found a lot of the real value comes from inspecting, more nuanced parts of this. A SOC is a team sport, and so there's a lot of variables that go into play here. So it's not all just about metrics either. There's also the eye test that you really have to pay attention to and map up if the metrics that you're seeing about assessing your program overall and the individuals in it line up with the reality that you've seen.
Yeah.
I think that point is a really important one, which is be opinionated and have theories or hypotheses, but be very eager and ready to change your mind if the data shows differently than how you would have expected. But getting into the data and getting your hands dirty is where the learning happens. And it's a journey. It's not, you check the box, my metrics are perfect. It's a constant iterative thing.